Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Intuitive Play. So as you're joining, as always, please come and say hello and where you're joining from tonight, and I'll be checking in with you. And we've had a really great turnout today as far as all of you choosing your cards. I'm so excited that we're starting to pick it up, and it's so much fun for me as well. And so I hope you have a beautiful evening with me tonight. Hope you get some beautiful insights, because after all, that's what I'm here for, is to be a little bit of inspiration to you, some guidance if you need any. And I just love to be able to share and to give at this point in my life. And that brings me just for a minute to my introduction. So my name is Silke, and I'm a spiritual teacher, healer, award-winning artist, hypnotherapist. And at this point, I am basically branching out more and more into giving more online as well. And I have my membership, Beauty Flourishing, which, by the way, is open starting today until Friday. And this is a really great opportunity for you to get in, because it's still at the founding members price of $49 right now a month for the basic membership. And the price will go up permanently to $69 a month after the membership closes this time around, because at this point I'm giving so much value, and I'm excited for all the things that I am sharing and that I'm giving, and all the contributions that we have inside our community. And it's a beautiful growing community of women, and I couldn't be happier about it. So if you want to get in, if you've heard about it, and if you thought about it, come on in, because this is a great opportunity for you. And I promise you, you're not going to regret it, because there's so much there for you, so much growth and so much beauty and so much light that can uplift you throughout your days, and so much growing and learning, and so much sharing that I do with everyone, and that everyone in this beautiful community does. And this brings me to, hi, Karen. So Karen joined today. So welcome to Beauty Flourishing, Karen, by the way. So I'm going to announce it later too, because I always come here at 6, and then at 7 I come into our community, Beauty Flourishing, and go into whatever details and things of the qualities of the day, and then sometimes do personal readings and all kinds of other things. We also do member spotlights and whatever subjects are there throughout the weeks. And so welcome, Karen, and hi, Belinda, hi, welcome. So yeah, let me know what cards you picked, and of course I already took a peek at what everyone chose as you were commenting on the cards. And so this evening there's a lot of twos that everybody commented on, so I'm curious to see, as we're diving into it, how it applies to everyone. So tonight's intuitive play, I chose the Lenormand cards tonight, which I've learned about 2 years ago. So I used to do tarot readings actually as a teenager, already in the disco in the 80s. It was those times, and so I taught myself that for a long time and been studying. And of course, the tarot is kind of like a lifelong study. And I didn't really know about Lenormand. Oh, Belinda is saying she picked number 1. So I didn't really know about Lenormand until about 2 years ago, as I was taking my studies a little deeper again into tarot as well. And it's a really beautiful set of cards. It's much more simpler than the tarot, and there are 36 cards altogether. And hi, Lindy, welcome. And then sometimes they also expanded some of the decks now as well. Okay, hey, John, hi, welcome, great to see you. I'm so glad you're tuning in. And Karen said she picked number 1, and Belinda picked number 1. So I'm not going to let you wait any longer. Well, maybe just for a second. But anyway, just wanted to share with you that the Lenormand system is about 200 years old, and it kind of, started out more like in salons and in Europe and, Germany and France, I believe. And then it slowly started growing and picked up popularity just recently. And like I said, it's a more simplified system, and it's really beautiful. And I'm really enjoying learning and growing with it as well. So I wanted you to have a little bit of a contribution and, be able to share in it as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get to card number 1. And by the way, the cards that I'm using tonight are by Markus, Katz, and by Tali, Goodwin. Linda, hi, welcome. So glad you could make it here. All right, card number 1. Hey, okay. So card number 1 is the Bouquet. It's also called Flowers as well. And by the way, I really love this card here because the flowers, you know, they're not, I mean, even though they're kind of together here, it still gives it the indication that they're still have their root system intact, you know, and for me, that's kind of something that's really beautiful, that they're not actually cut from their source. So I really love the depiction, you know, of this particular card. And like I said, I think it's really beautiful. And of course, it's a fairy deck. And so it's very whimsical and very beautiful. And so the bouquet. So if you picked card number 1, the bouquet is really about the idea of, you know, so if somebody gives you a gift, maybe because you're recovering something from something, or, you know, you've had some events in your life and you really need something to uplift you. That's usually when someone would give you a gift of flowers. And that's kind of what this card represents as well. You know, so it's very much about recovering from anything that you've gone through life. And it could be something simple or it could be something more drastic, but it's about time for well-being, you know, for, okay, it's been enough, you know, the journey has been long enough, and it's time to come home, you know, for your soul to rest and for your soul to find some peace in a beautiful state. And that's kind of what this represents. It represents like that happiness of flowers, you know, the pleasure, the joy, the artistry, the beauty, the grace, you know, everything that you can kind of wrap into the beauty of flowers, the smell, the exposure to more light, you know, to the transformation from the light into the flowers and the beautiful colors, and, you know, a positive turning of events. So all of this is represented in this. And so if you've picked card number 1, then this is for you. So enjoy this process and enjoy this space in your life as you are finding more peace, more pleasure, more joy, more artistic expression, and just in general, a beautiful sense of peace and recovery from anything and everything that you've experienced up until this point. So this is a beautiful point in your journey if you've chosen this card, just to kind of, you know, have that connection of, you know, it's time for beauty to come into your life. So if you picked card number 1, please go ahead and let me know how this applies to you. And of course, if you're watching the replay and you're not on live, then please go ahead and still give me some feedback and let me know how this card applied to you and which card you picked. And of course, like I said, I always look through your comments and always kind of get an idea, you know, who's commenting on what, because it's always great for me to just to kind of reflect and get a general idea. So yeah, let me know how that applied to you. So Linda said she chose 2. And we're going to go ahead and get to card number 2 right now. And if you still have anything coming up as far as card number 1, please go ahead and still let me know for sure. So yeah, card number 1, the flowers, the bouquet, is just a really beautiful gift to you. So you can see it kind of like a gift from divine as well, just for saying, hey, you know, I know you've been on this journey and I know you've gone through rough times, but it's time now for beauty in your life. Okay, so the card number 2 is the key. Okay, so what does a key represent? Of course, it represents the idea of, you know, discovery, of unlocking something. And this is kind of, you know, so in this case here, the key, it's more etheric, you know, as far as her just opening the heavens, you know, the doors to exposing something really magical and beautiful. I mean, even in the colors, it's kind of reflected here too, you know, knowing that as soon as she puts that key in, it's going to uncover something really amazing. So, you know, of course, the key as it unlocks the door, of course, it has to do with opening, with finding a solution, with discovering, you know, with just the certainty of knowing that, you know, there is that path and that we will find the path. So if there's anything in particular that you weren't sure about in your life, something that maybe, you know, you have to figure out a solution and you're trying to solve something, know that you can tune in to this card, and especially also to the idea of, you know, what needs to be unlocked, and the inspiration, the insight will come to you and there will be a successful outcome. So sometimes just sitting within ourselves, you know, and just tuning into our heart space and, you know, seeing what comes up, what feels right. And of course, that's why we're doing the intuitive play, you know, to keep honing our intuition and keep tuning into that more and more, with the trust that we all already have it all built in. And all we have to do is just sit quiet and, know that we are being guided, and you'll know through your gut feelings as far as what revelations are coming, and, what you need access to and what space needs to open for you, and know that there is the answer already there for you, and the right answer and the right path, because otherwise that key wouldn't represent itself to you if you've picked card number 2. So please go ahead and let me know how that applies to you. And, another thing for it also is that it does point to something important. So if you have like different paths that are available to you with something that you're doing, and so again, tune in and know that something important might come up for you. And so I'm curious to see if you've picked card number 2, how this applies to you again, and what that might be for you. So again, what is it? What important things do you maybe not want to miss that might be coming up for you that you want to be aware of? And what path is there for you that needs to be unlocked, and what magic might be presented to you within that path? So yeah, again, let me know how that applies to you. And again, if you're watching the replay, then still go ahead and comment and let me know. All right. So if you're ready now, who has picked card number 3, by the way? Let me know. Okay, let's see. Belinda is saying, let's see, I accept my beautiful gift of transformation. Yay, beautiful. Okay, so card number 3. Is there anyone here that's picked card number 3 right now? And if you're watching the replay, again, just let me know too. Okay, so card number 3 is the Sun. Okay, and again, this is just a really, really beautiful card, And so what does the Sun represent? Of course, right now, being in the summertime, of course, we can kind of easily know and see, how this really applies to us, just as far as just the beautiful warmth that it represents, the fire energy, fresh energy. And then, of course, anything that the Sun touches, it illuminates and it helps it grow. So if there are particular points of growth in your life right now, any renewal that you need, do you need a little bit of extra boost of self-confidence with projects that you're working on, extra boost of strength, extra fire energy, success that you need, happiness, know that the Sun energy is there to provide that for you. It's very much a card, of charismatic energy. So being a leader for others, maybe being the leader also in your life, with your family, and maybe having to make decisions of being in charge and trusting, those decisions as well, and, motivating yourself. So it has very high energy with it. And, again, like I already said, that it does carry the success, and it does carry luck with it naturally as well, just because, it's the sun, it's the sunshine, and a lot of optimism too. So all 3 of these kind of, are really positive cards. And the Lenormand cards, they're, tarot doesn't really have so much negative cards in them, even though some people perceive them. But to me, there isn't really anything, negative in the tarot. But in the Lenormand, many times it's more specific, where some cards just really do suck. And, and all 3 cards here, though, are really beautiful cards and very just high uplifting cards tonight. And so I'm so grateful that these are the cards that came up for this reading. And so, yeah, if you've picked any of these 3, and of course, if you're watching, then just know that this is a very positive reading tonight, where it's all uplifting and all beautiful, and great things are coming your way regardless. So let's see. Lindy's saying she didn't have a chance to card before that. Okay. Oh, awesome. Wonderful, Lindy. That's so great to hear. Yeah, so bringing it all together. So, the bouquet, again, just has the chance of recovering from anything that you need to restore yourself from, and trusting that source has everything for you and that it's provided for you. And then the second card, the key, that key is there to unlock things, and the sunshine, as that extra strength, that extra boost of energy that you might need as you're transitioning through things in life. So trust and know that these are, like Belinda was saying, definitely beautiful gifts of transformation. So literally all 3 of these cards tonight, kind of carry that beautiful strength and transformation with them. Okay, so yeah, let me know how those apply to you. And if you want to win a reading with me, then please go ahead and share this out, share other things from my page. And then especially right now, several of you are in Beauty Flourishing already. And so please go ahead and, share that right now Beauty Flourishing is open, and that maybe share it with your friends and let them know just how beautiful Beauty Flourishing is. And I would love to welcome them into our membership. And again, it's going to be open from starting today until the 27th. And then when the doors close after that, it'll be closed for a little while. And then I do plan on opening up Beauty Flourishing probably on a regular basis, but it's going to be a little bit more per month at that point. Linda, you're absolutely welcome. Please let me know how it applied to you. Would love to hear and get your feedback for a minute too. And I also wanted to share with all of you, of course, the energies of this moment and then the next couple days as well. So the full moon is going to be on the 27th. And not only is it just going to be a full moon, there's also going to be a full moon eclipse this time too. And we're heading into Mercury retrograde as well, starting tomorrow, I believe. And it's going to be in Leo. So Leo, of course, fire energy. So very intense energies right now here the next couple of days. But with the full moon being on the 27th, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an idea of numerology. So 27 is very much a number of manifestation. And so the full moon being on the 27th, if you have an opportunity to still write down some manifestations you would like to bring into fruition, this is a really great time for you to do it. And I would do some kind of ritual for sure on the 27th, anything that you can think of to enhance things and qualities in your life at the moment that you want to bring in, because again, with the moon being on the 27th, it's going to be a very powerful full moon. Of course, then the eclipse as well, so all of that combined is going to make it very powerful. And so again, tune in to yourself and, energize yourself, energize your crystals, your water with the energies of the full moon. Oh, awesome. Let me see what you all had to say here. So Margie said she missed the beginning. We'll watch the replay. Cool. Okay, Linda. Okay. Perfect. Yay. And thank you, by the way, Linda. I'm glad you joined our community. So yeah, awesome. So yeah, again, make this full moon a purposeful event for yourself. Tune in and see what you need. What does your family need? What do the people around you need? How can you grow in yourself, and how can you benefit and serve everyone else around you as well? And of course, for me, the motto is always, for you to fill your own cup and to nourish yourself and to keep growing and evolving in yourself, because then you can show up better for everyone else around you. Because when you don't give yourself that time and deplete yourself, then of course, you're not really going to benefit anyone else around you either. But when you're in that strength, when you're in that energy of that sun, of that beautiful light energy, and you are illuminated, then you send that frequency out to everyone else around you, and you can shift energy just by walking into the space and into the room with someone. And so this is very much the thing that you want to bring in your life and then bring into others as well. So release things that no longer serve you. Up your energy, go out into the sunshine and enjoy yourself, especially, with this full moon coming up, and really nourish yourself and nurture yourself. Okay, so have a beautiful evening, and several of you I will see in Beauty Flourishing here in a little bit at 7 o'clock. And again, have a good night, and thank you for being here, and I appreciate you all. And hi, Debbie, and yep, sorry, you'll have to watch the replay, but you all have a beautiful evening. Namaste.